Hello everyone, welcome to the next video on the matrix algebra in MatLab. So I'm gonna have a very short video on this one and show you some kind of features that we will need to do some more manipulation on the matrices in the MatLab. So in my previous video we learned how to define functions, the matrices in MatLab, how to call the elements, how to find the sides, how to do the multiplications, how to find the inverse and determinant. Now in this video, in this short video, I want to tell you how we can do more labeling, how we can do more calling of the MATLAB rather than just calling in elements. So the question is, we know that if we have a function a, which is, for example, equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's a 3 by 3 matrix. So now I know that, for example, I can have, if I want to call the number 4, the element 4, I need to just say that a parenthesis, and in here I need to write the row and the column of this one, which is the second row and the first column, so I can call it 4. But now my question is that, what if I want to call a row? For example, I want just to call the row, the first row of the matrix A, not just an element. I want to call the first row, or I want to call the third row, or the second column. So to do this one, you can easily do it like this one, like what we do in the element calling. So again, we do the a parenthesis. So in the first one, you specify which row you want to call. For example, I want to call the second row of the matrix A. So I put 2, which means the second row. But now when you say the second row, but all the columns, right? When we say the second row, if I say 2, 1, it would be 4, 2, 2, it would be 5, 2, 3, it would be 6. But if I say 2 and all the columns, it means the second row, right? So in order to call all the columns, we use column sign. So in here, when we say A2, comma, column, means second row and all the columns. Enter. So we say that 4, 5, 6, the second row. The same thing can be done, for example, for the column. If I want to call the third column, I would put A, parenthesis. So I want the third column, so it would be 3, the column place. But what about the row? Row means hold the row. So I put the column sign. And I put the vector 3, 6, 9. The third column of the matrix A. So now this is cool, right? Okay, cool. Now, what if I want to call not just hold the row, but a part of a row? Like, I don't want to call just the whole second row, but I want just to call the 5 and 6. What should I do? Yeah. So in order to do this one, you can define it like this. You can say A. Let's say I want just to define this part, 5 and 6. So I can say that this is in this second row, right? These 5 and 6, both of them are placed on the second row of the matrix A. I can say the second row, so I put 2 on the row place, okay, row number, second. But what about the column? It's the 2 and 3. So it's from column 2 to 3. Right? We define it like this one. I guess it's going to be very easy, right? You understand? Now, what if I want to call 5, 6, 8, 9? So it's a 2 by 2 matrix. 5, 6, 8, 9. Very simple, the same as we did. So I say 5, 6, 8, 9. So the row start from 2, from 5, and finish at 3, right? So the row is starting from 2, 2, 3. What about the column? Column is also from the 2, 2, 3. So I say 2, 2, 3. I get this value. Now, if I don't know, if I don't want to use, for example, if you say, you can also use end. So end means last one. If you don't know the size of the matrix, for example, if you don't want to mention it because the size may be just a variable that is changing over a loop, and you are just going to call all the time the last element of the matrix, you can use the end. So if you say, for example, A and it will put the 3, 3 element. It will give you the 3, 3, which is a 9. Okay? Or you can say, for example, A, you can say A, and I want to say that 2 to end from the row and all the columns. You see? So it means that the row starts from 2 to the end. The row starts from the 2 to the end. And the column is whole the column. So it means this part of the matrix. Okay? Cool. Very cool. Okay. So far so good. And I'm sure that you don't have any question, because if you have any question, you cannot ask right now. Okay. Now let's go to the last things that I want to discuss with you. Now, if you want to delete, remove part of a matrix. If you want to delete a part of a matrix, let's say I want to remove the first row of the matrix A. Okay, I want to delete the first row of the matrix A. How I can do that? It's very simple. Again, how we were calling that row, we were saying that A, it was the first row and whole the columns, right? We are calling it as this one, as I told you. And in order to eliminate and delete that row, you say that this is equal to an empty bracket. Okay? It means that put the first row of the matrix A, an empty bracket, which means delete the first row. Let's see what would happen. Let me see. Okay, as you see, the first row is deleted. Now the matrix A is a 2 by 3 matrix. We delete that one. Okay, the same as you can do for the columns. You can say that let's delete this second column, which is 5, 8. Let's delete this one, so we can say all the row and the second column is equal to empty bracket. And what is remain is 4, 6, 7, 9. Very simple. Okay, now cool. What if, let me tell you, let's define a 3 by 3 matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. What if I delete, for example, I did just 2 and 3? Can I do that one? Let's see, can we do it? If I say that A, so if I want to delete 2 and 3, I should say that first row and column start from 2 to 3. Put it empty bracket. Sorry, I forgot to put the parentheses and equal to. What? It's saying an error. Why? Because if you're gonna delete 2 and 3, so this matrix is gonna be not consistent. Okay? You can delete a row, you can delete a column, you can delete 2 rows, you can delete 2 columns, but you cannot delete single elements or multiple elements which are not consisting a whole row or a whole column. You cannot delete it because the matrix is gonna be undetermined. So we cannot, because you're deleting this part, so the matrix is gonna be nonsense. That's why you cannot do this one in the matrix. So all the time you can delete whole row, whole columns. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a short video to just go over some basic things. And thank you for listening. Stay safe. See you in the next video.